I had a bit of a temp.
Galactic
Temper
light
tantrum.
shines bright. All stars gleam in harmony. As witnesses, they shall celebrate the official engagement between the Empress of the Cosmic Empire and Sylus, the sovereign of the Chaosy Galaxy.
As I fasten the last button on my gown, ceremonial space fighters complete their first lap outside the palace. I look down. Crimson ring lies quietly in its jewelry box. It's an essential element for this political marriage alliance.
Did you choose a color that matches me?
You should feel honored. As if acknowledging my words, Sylus bows and extends his hand as a gesture of
It's
invitation.
time to receive our blessings.
Remember, this is just a deal between us. Don't cross the line. After my palm slides into his, he tightly grips it. An irresistible force pulls me towards him, and I stumble before he uses his other hand to support my back.
This distance is expected of two people in a stable, harmonious relationship, Your Majesty. If you want people to notice something's not right, well, you're free to push my hand away.
He moves his hand slowly, provocatively, before it settles on my waist. Sylus pulls me into his embrace. Reflected in a mirror, we're so close that we're seemingly one entity.
You're already regretting it. This marriage of convenience is just a deal between us. Until we walk through that door, you still have a chance to back out. Do you still want to do it?
What I choose is not for others to judge. Listen to what I have to say. I am the Empress of the Galactic Empire. What the fuck? What I choose to do is not for others to intervene with. To counter Sylus' provocation, could you stop? I firmly peel his fingers open and interlace my fingers with his. As for you, it's too late to back out if you're going to have any regrets.
I would never possess a hint of remorse when the benefits of our marriage alliance are involved.
A tickling sensation runs between my fingers as Sylus adjusts the ring I'm wearing. He ensures the crimson gemstone embedded on it is facing upwards. It's a symbol of power behind him, and what I demanded from him. And on his ring finger, the ring representing me, the Empress of the Cosmic Empire, shines just as brilliantly at this moment. This is also what he demanded from me. Leave. The palace gates open before us. Arm in arm, Sylus and I enter the aerial garden beneath the boundless universe. Conversation abruptly ceases. The nobles and ministers in their luxurious attire sit down their glasses and bow to us with the utmost reverence. The luncheon officially begins. As a gesture for everyone to forego the formalities, Sylus moves even closer. His words mixed with amusement wash over my ears.
Your Majesty, I'm no longer an outsider. I am your fiancé.
Anyhow, I lean against his shoulder and direct his attention to the unmanned camera flying toward. The cosmic year 649. Sylus Chaosy's sovereign and I hold a grand ceremony to announce our engagement to the universe. But only we know that our union is nothing more than a deception, a deal, a mutual exploitation. It all started 14 days ago, on the 3rd day of my coronation ceremony. The 3rd day of my coronation ceremony is known as Day of Fealty. On this day, the nobles of the Empire, the overlords governing planets, and even the sovereigns of galaxies who are vassals of the Empire must present the most precious gifts to their new monarch to prove their loyalty. Only on this day does the Empress's mothership allow those who pledge their loyalty to board. It permits people to be within 10 inches of the Empress, so that they can present rare treasures she might already possess, and recite words of praise she has long grown tired hearing. There's no other reason. Rulers throughout the age know that the purpose of the Day of Fealty has never been about those gifts. The lady on the far right, the previous emperors relegated her to managing the royal library, but her abilities exceed that role. I still need a personal secretary. She's my best candidate. Sitting on the throne, I gaze at the countless private spacecrafts before me. They're as numerous as the stars. The one in the center, I remember him being the previous emperor's close friend, is the wealthiest overlord in the Empire. Who knows how much the Empire tax revenue has gone into his pockets? Also, before the previous Empire was beheaded, I received intel about his preparations to defect to a hostile galaxy, the Glory Federation. How should I deal with him? The Empire has prospered for hundreds of years, but to me it's a massive ship with rotting, obsolete parts. One can find many parasites like him throughout the Empire. For the sake of my sovereignty, these people cannot stay here. But I know that in everyone's eyes I'm still young and inexperienced. Rash actions will only backfire on me. I must think of strategy before making my move. Regardless of the reason, my position must never be undermined, sorry. The whispers interrupt my thoughts. Among the stars, a streak of unmistakable crimson appears. Right. It's from Kayosi? I rise from the throne, following my movements. The Imperial soldiers guarding the deck quickly close in around me. Overhead, the red spacecraft races past the numerous loyalists' vessels and force them to move out of their way. All units on standby. Only move when I issue out of command. For hundreds of years, two entities have been powerful enough to compete for the position of power to rule the cosmos. The Cosmic Empire and the Glory Federation. But in the past century, an emerging power, Chaosy, has made its mark in the universe. The Chaosy galaxy is located at the edge of the cosmos. It's covered in abnormal magnetic fields and surrounded by massive amounts of planetary debris. The Empire has staged multiple attacks to conquer it. In the past, it's always been returned defeated. The reason, aside from its easily defended terrain, include a unique resource controlled exclusively by Chaosy's inhabitants. Erythrostones! It's a mineral with a reddish hue. When embedded in a cold weapon, it makes them invincible. For firearms, stones multiply their energy, their strength, and make them nearly unstoppable. Even the Cosmic Empire, with its strong military, has to be cautious while dealing with them. As Chaosy's sovereign, Sylus intervened in wars between galaxies and profited from all involved parties by acting as a weapon supplier. This has allowed Chaosy to grow rapidly. In just 100 years, Chaosy's ranks third after the Empire and the Glory Federation. It's another force that strikes fear across galaxies. Okay. Chaosy will never pledge loyalty to me. Help and invited. What does Sylus want? My mind races as I consider countermeasures. Meanwhile, the red vessel's already docking. The Empire's blade and guns are in position. They're aimed at the vessel hatch, and the person who's about to emerge.
This is quite the welcome.
1 step. 2. Composed. He walks away from the vessel and acts as if the weapons aimed at him don't exist. Just like that, he's standing before.
I'm here to see you, Your Majesty.
He doesn't bow to me, but he opens an exquisite jewelry box, plain erythrostone ring. Tell me why you're here.
For our proposed marriage, of course.
A what now? His words sent shockwaves of disbelief that rippled into the crowd. I narrow my eyes and study him. What if what Sylus said is true? The engagement between us has existed for as long as I can remember. Even though I know it's a means to keep Kyoshi in check, I found myself paying attention to Sylus as a person over the years. I knew we'd meet someday. I didn't expect him to barge in like this and bring up our marriage alliance. Rumors claimed that Sylus was hideous, monstrous, and terrifying to look at. I used to think that if I really ended up going through with the marriage, I'd just kill him. See, not every rumor is true. Sylus is more intriguing than I imagined. The unexpected visitor has brought Day of Fealty to a complete halt. I scan the crowd of bewildered faces. Everyone is waiting for me to make my position known. Accompany me to a more private place. We need to have a proper discussion about this marriage. I emphasize the word private. Sylus raises an eyebrow and flashes an amused smile.
Lead the way.
With just one expression and a sentence, I'm certain he's not here for our marriage. My footsteps echo against the marble floor of the palace corridor. Sylus follows behind me. Sometimes he's close and other times he's distant. It's as if he's playing a game that's designed to take my patience. The end of the corridor is a study used for receiving convoys from other galaxies. I open the door and lead Sylus inside. Let's cut to the chase. Our engagement has existed since childhood. If you actually wanted me to honor it, you wouldn't have visited.
I thought an empress would have more sophisticated negotiation skills. But I don't mind. I like people who are direct. I'm visiting you because I'd like to maximize the benefits of this deal.
He strolls over to a holographic cosmic map that projected in the center of the study. He moves his fingers to push the Empire towards me.
Is the Empire's throne still comfortable? I'm afraid the former Emperor left you a rather large mess to deal with. For example, there are certain people who oppose you. They're powerful, yet impossible to remove.
Countless miniature faces flash through my mind. I master disgust and suspicion in my heart with a polite smile.
What if I told you that Kyoshi is willing to help you deal with these obstacles?
I'm listening. With a flick of his finger, Sylus sends a projected Kyoshi galaxy towards me. Its after images trail behind it as it settles next to the Cosmic Empire.
Marriage is the simplest, least suspicious way to unite two powers. Assuming we use it as our pretext, Kyoshi shall become your deadliest weapon. One unbound by Imperial constraints. For matters involving eliminating people, you don't need to consider the voices that restrain you. Or worry about whether acting too hastily will lead to a rebellion.
At some point, Sylus moved closer to whisper dangerous, tempting words in my ears. Is a fiend trying to tempt me? The place in the tavern always involves a study where a human makes a deal with a fiend, and the prize is one's soul. However, I suspect my soul is less attractive compared to the benefits you can gain from me. Sylus smiles and places a jewelry box containing the ring in my hand.
Chaosi's former sovereign stepped down years ago. Yet he still covets the power that comes with this position. He made all sorts of friends and continues to be pesky. One of them has unknown origins and serves as his biggest supporter. I want you to use your status as Empress to find out who that person is.
So I'm not the only one making a deal with fiends today. While weighing the pros and cons, my attention is drawn to the flickering red light in the jewelry box again. Finding out someone's identity isn't difficult. More importantly, I might be able to gain access to some Erythro stones. With them in my possession, no galaxy can rival the Cosmic Empire. Alright, deal. Our negotiation comes to an end. Sylus smiles wide as he takes my hand and gently kisses the back of it.
Good. I expected as much. You and I are kindred spirits. Nothing is more pleasant than reaching an understanding with someone with the same mindset.
I smile, which serves as an agreement with his words. I have a feeling that this cosmic landscape is going to become more interesting from now on. The ceremonial space fighters, or contrails in the Empire's colors, have completed their 13 passes. There's just one last step.
You may kiss your fiancé, Your Majesty.
Huh? I feel like we skipped a few steps. What's happening? No, but actually, what the fuck's happening? So we met our supposed monster fiance. He's just hot. And we made a deal, and now we have to kiss him. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just very confused. Like, why? Amid the cheers of the crowd, I small step towards Sylus, wrap my arms around his neck. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me? Sylus leans in, his breath drawing near. The tip of his nose almost touches mine.
Have someone search for the wealthy overlord's body in the war zone near the Empire's outskirts tomorrow. You can publicly declare this as an accidental death from straying too far into a battlefield, or reveal a crime to justify his execution. It's up to you.
Wonderful. This deal, in the name of a marriage alliance, is proving to be as valuable as I expected. But will Sylus be someone I can safely deal with? He said we're kindred spirits, so I suspect this safety won't last very long. The most effective way to deal with him is to use him. Then once I kill him, I can seize the opportunity to annex Chaosi and make it mine. The previous rules of the Cosmic Empire have failed to achieve this, and this achievement is enough to ensure no one will dare to challenge me again.
I've shown my sincerity. Now it's your turn. Come to Chaosi with me tomorrow. This marriage alliance needs a more convincing performance.
Of course. Kiss him! Mwah! After finishing my last word with a smile, I kiss Sylus. The wine from the banquet is sharp and potent. The spine-tingling flavor seeps into my mouth as Sylus kisses me back. However, even though I've made a deal with a fiend, I can only feel how wonderful it is at this point. Perhaps it's because of the power that's easily within reach. Or maybe it's because Sylus's kisses are truly intoxicating. Unlike the Empire's method of selecting monarchs, Chaosi values raw strength, defeat, courage, suffering, and you can take their place. For the past several centuries, Chaosi's previous ruler, Roy was invincible until Sylus defeated him. That powerful. Could be just because Rogray is colluding with other galaxies. One must always be on our guard. I've entertained thoughts of killing Sylus. It's likely he's been doing the same.
Your Majesty? Your Majesty.
Yes? The secretary's voice comes over the comms ring back to me. He has already finished reporting the matter. Hostage, basically. Do as you suggested and keep a close watch on the situation and the place for me while I'm away. Especially the former Emperor's younger brother, Zalen, has been scheming lately.
Yes, Your Majesty. I shall keep a close eye on Lord Zinlai.
Oh, Zinlai! Zinlai? Sorry. After the call ends, I lean against the spaceship's porthole. Using its reflection, I observe Sylus, who's at the dining table, before I start thinking again.
I suggest you find a place to sit down.
What? He unhurriedly stabs his fork into the last piece of salmon. It's an earth dish, recreated by the spaceship's chef.
I warned you.
Now entering the Chaosy Galaxy. Autopilot has been disengaged. Switching to manual control mode.
Oh. As soon as those words leave the speaker, the spaceship suddenly lurches violently. All visible equipment malfunctions because of the magnetic field interference, light flickering erratically. A second wave of turbulence hits. As the world spins, I reach out towards Sylus in a split second before I expect him to let me fall, but he catches me. His arm is firmly around my waist.
You have good reflexes.
I don't like the way you said that. Sylus' face looms close. I can almost make out the fine hairs on his face, and the shadows cast by his eyelashes under the light. Why are you being kind all of a sudden?
If I hadn't helped you, the Empire would probably be preparing their next monarch's coronation ceremony right now. Besides, it's normal for spouses to lend each other a helping hand.
We haven't officially gotten... Before I can continue, Sylus grabs a helmet and places it on my head without saying another word.
We're here. Say whatever you want to say after you put on the helmet.
With a snap, he flips down the helmet's visor, and my vision is immediately tinted with a dark gray filter. As environmental data appears. A moment passes before my vision clears. Sylus has also put on a helmet. The hatch opens, and he smiles as he turns to look at me.
Welcome to Chaosy, Your Majesty.
My first impression of Chaosy is that it's hot. Scorching heat that seems ready to burn everything blazes across the planet's surface. I belatedly realize the source of it. I look up, and the distorted planet explodes overhead. Countless fragments come crashing down like snowflakes with a thunderous roar. The ground shakes. I can't hear anything until my ears finally stop ringing. I open my eyes.
Do you feel...
Oh, the helmet stays on! Oh my goodness! Look at you! Wow! Oh, it stays on. I don't care.
Feel better?
What happened? I look past Sylus, who seems unfazed. Among the nearby planetary debris are several crimson crystals. Those are Erether stones.
They also make up the planet's core.
Heat wave like mist drifts out from the Erether stones. Wherever it passes, vegetation withers instantly, their roots showing signs of corrosion.
Planets collide above Chaosy, and their destruction spews out cores containing immense energy. Coexisting with them is the price you pay for survival.
I tighten my helmet and watch as several heavily bundled Chaosy inhabitants emerge from an unknown place. They pick up the Erether stones. I see their faces through my visor. They bear wounds from corrosion, and none of them have healed.
Your Majesty, do you still think the Empire can handle resources such as Erythrostone?
The Emperor has the Sky Curtain, and block out disaster like this, and selectively show the people.
A beautiful, peaceful, serene side of the cosmos. And it lets them appreciate life's beauty while looking at virtual scenery.
Sylus smiles, and a hint of mockery flashes through his eyes. I've seen that expression before. It was when he looked at the beautiful scenery projected by the Sky Curtain from the place.
It numbs people's perception of chaos. No one would do such a thing here. Chaos is the universe's endpoint, its destination. And the first rule of survival here is to be in charge of chaos. Aren't you the same way?
Me?
Didn't you wager everything with this marriage so you could be in charge of the Empire's chaos?
Numerous thoughts flow. Faces harboring ulterior motives flash before my eyes. Interesting. They're the source of chaos, but they're also literally stepping stones that will secure my reign. Yes, you and I are definitely kindred spirits. Pilot's attendant has been waiting for quite some time. The Royal Guard remains on standby. I only brought 2 people as personal escorts. We follow Sylus and his attendant towards the floating platform that leads to Chaosing. Floating platform descends into abyssal darkness. It travels an unknown distance, and a glimmer of light appears. The capital is underground.
When the Erythrostone showers pass, it will rise to the surface and operate like a normal city-state.
The underground capital is seemingly encased in an endless night. The light never goes out, and people's shadows are accompanied by bustling sounds. The center of the city is our destination. That's where Sylus's residence is. At the highest point of the residence, a dragon-shaped Erythrostone is embedded. It's what Sylus chose as his emblem. Like a sun or a heart. It's impossible to ignore. It compels people to look up.
My lord, the welcoming banquet for the Empress has been arranged. Lord Rogray and his relatives have also arrived.
Thinking about how I'm going to meet the former sovereign who competed with Sylus for power, according to rumors, I placed my hand in Sylus's. Why are you laughing? You're not pretending anymore?
I'm pretending.
I grasp my hand, and the calluses left by weapons brush against my palms. Yes, Sylus and I fell in love at first sight.
I'm not smitten with her appearance. I adore her for her way of thinking.
I smell a bullshit! I'm not smitten with his appearance either. I like it. I pause, unable to come up with the right words. Seeing this, Sylus leans in, an amused expression on his face.
What do you like about me? I'm very curious.
I'm just like, I like the way you murder people for me. I like your taste in earth food. I like the helmet you wear. This banquet being held on the pretense of welcoming me is actually a confrontation between Chaos's old and new leaders. Sylus and I sit in the seat of honor. They face a group of Rogue Ray's relatives, potential enemies. We were discussing something that interests everyone in casual conversation. Love. Prying eyes scrutinize my relationship. His physique, his reputation, his wit. I mean, I like his wit. I like his wit. No ordinary man if he can make the entire cosmos known the name of Chaosi in such a short time. The only one worthy of being my husband in our future together. Slight movement beside me as Sylus raises his glass.
This drink is to my wife.
Oh, he's down bad. Okay, Sylus gotten the fuck down, okay. The words, "it's future wife," were on the tip of my tongue. I want to subtly correct him. When I turn, I meet his amused gaze. Never mind. As the banquet draws to a close,
Your Majesty, Chaos.
and the elderly man sitting beside Sylus slowly stands up. He raises his glass to me before tilting his head
His
back.
Erythrostone shower will be over soon. When it does, the city shall rise to the surface. Our sovereign will be busy with his affairs, but I can show you what Chaosi has to offer.
Kind gaze with the glaring sharpness beneath the surface. Gentle words laced with implications. I'm too familiar with this. He's trying to win me over. Nearby, Sylus, who has remained composed through the banquet, finally leans forward. Wearing an enigmatic smile, he refills Rogue Ray's empty glass.
Maybe I wouldn't be so busy if you had retired earlier.
Oh. At some point, the banquet had grown quiet. Only Sylus's and Rogue Ray's voice echoed through the vast mansion. As the wine glass is presented to Rogue Ray, the corners of his mouth slightly tremble despite a smile. His gaze is still fixed on me. I know everyone is watching me. They're focused on my choice, Sylus included. But his gaze reveals no particular position. He's fires only pure curiosity. I think Sylus would be a competent guide to show me Chaosi sights and sounds.
Of course.
Ending. A faint rumbling echoes in the distance. Another planet has most likely broken up and crashed to the ground. Ogre smiles and drinks his glass. Stagnant air finally moves again, and the atmosphere has already turned unusually cold.
A harmonious marriage is also something worth celebrating. However, Chaosi is dangerous. Even if you're only here temporarily, I hope you'll choose your position wisely.
The open conflicts and underhanded scheming in Chaosi are far from over. In just a few short days, I received numerous invitations under various pretexts. I have my attendant go to these events in my place. Behind the scenes, I asked them to record Chaosi's terrain, the locations of important buildings, and the cycle of Erythrostone showers. I also secretly bribed some locals to monitor Sylus' movement for me. I haven't forgotten why I'm here, even though Sylus and I are ostensible allies. It remains my greatest obstacle if I want to conquer Chaosi. I thought these few days in Chaosi would pass by peacefully. Unexpectedly, Rogue Ray turned out to be more audacious and reckless than I had anticipated. On the night the Erythrostone shower ended, the city rose to the surface. I jokingly asked Sylus to fulfill his duties as a guide, and actually had him take me sightseeing. An assassination plot that had been silently brewing in the darkness soon catched up to us.
Be careful.
Once we heard a commotion, jet black arrows fly from the trees behind us. They whistle as they cut through the air. Sylus reacts more quickly. Before the arrow can take his bow without, he pulls me into his arms and dodges to the side.
Unfortunate. We won't be able to enjoy the night. Can you fight?
I'm often a target for assassination, but I can deal with a few murderers. How many are present?
In their previous attempts, they never sent more than 30 people. But since the Empress has graced us with her presence, there will probably be around 50.
That sounds
Let's
like
make this
overkill.
quick.
A personal guard gets into position with well-trained precision. Their captain throws a rifle to me. Sylus! Sylus ducks his head. The attacking assassins approach like waves, one after another. They quickly drown at the sight of their comrade's death in their mechanical assault. The arrow stone's weapon flicker with an ominous glow. Each swing carries a deadly killing intent. Since they're attacking me and Sylus, I'm almost certain that these are rogue race people, but if I die here, the situation would be more advantageous for Sylus. Why would he save me? There's no time to overthink. I pull the trigger again and hit the assassins attempting to ambush Sylus from behind. Under the starlit night, the assassin's blood flows through Chaosi's dry riverbeds. My shoes and Sylus' face are stained. I don't know how much time has passed, but the long battle is finally over. The victors have been decided. Bodies lie scattered before me. Breathing heavily, I lean against a tree. In the darkness, Sylus pulls a blade from the ground and slowly walks towards me. My temple throbs. I conceal myself further and grip my dagger in self-defense.
All the assassins are dead. Why are you hiding?
His voice appears right next to my ear. I tense up. Only after a moment passes do I manage to put on a composed expression. And you, holding assassin's weapon, what are you planning to do? He turns to reveal a blade fragment that's sticking out of his back. Blood continues to seep from the wound.
I want you to help me get it out.
You know what? Valid! I instruct the attendant to fetch Manson from the starfleet and help Sylus lean against a tree and sit down beside me. The hem of my dress, torn during the battle, is in the way. I rip it off and use it to wipe the blood stains from my hand and Sylus's.
This blade might have erythra stones, but this is the standard design commonly used by the Empire's craftsmen. Do you have any leads on Rogue Gray's associates?
I freeze. Following my original deal with Sylus, I was supposed to investigate and uncover Rogue Gray's hidden allies. At this moment, a name comes to mind. Zenlei. The previous emperor's younger brother. He should have been the next monarch because of this bloodline, but the Empire abolished the hereditary system a long time ago.
Oh. So he resents you for taking his position and wants you dead.
Probably.
And he just so happened to meet the former sovereign of Chaosi, who wants me dead. They're a perfect match.
It was mentioned in my secretary's recent messages that Ceylon has gone missing since I left. Before disappearing, he contacted multiple weapon dealers within the Empire. The fragments of information coalesce to reveal the conspiracy's true shape. As I recall my experience up to this point, I blatantly realized something. You already knew Rogue Gray was colluding with the Empire. Is that why you sought me out? You used me as bait, Sylus.
I used myself as bait, too. Besides, no one is better than you in terms of determining which Imperial citizen wants to take the throne, Working with you makes investigating easier.
Put on a stern expression, and suddenly tear open the bandages in my hand. I'm practically embracing Sylus from behind as I rub his wound. Pat! Pat! After thinking it over, I forcefully wrap the remaining bandages around his wrists and tie a tight knot.
You're being childish.
I glare at him before leaning back against a tree. My gaze sweeps over the cracked earth beneath my feet. Then I gaze at the chaosy sky. The city state that has risen to the surface is a speck on the horizon. Without the persuasive red mist, its bright light is as striking as stars. In the night sky, crimson nebulae slowly churn and flicker with a faint electrical light. They pulsate like a silent heartbeat. We often deal with assassination attempts.
Anytime, anywhere, daytime and nighttime. It's very annoying. But enjoying the scenery after? This is a first.
In the Empire, scenery is pre-designed by engineers using the weather system. Never seen anything that's like this natural. Wild scenery before. It's precious. This is the same feeling that Chaosy gave me, and I turn to look at Sylus. He pulls me against his shoulder as if he anticipated it. Huh?
Chaosy didn't have scenery like this in the past. This is a monster-like galaxy. It pulls in any planets that come close and devours them. Chaosy's primary and secondary stars are also locked in the same struggle. They pull and tear each other apart. This nebula is the remnant of their struggle.
Are you saying?
Chaosy will march towards its own destruction. Maybe in a few hundred years. Maybe tomorrow.
His chest gently rises and falls with each breath. Yet Sylus speaks of his homeland's destruction with an unsettling nonchalance. It's like how he offers no explanation for those intimate movements. Everything is treated as natural. I suddenly understand why he's trying so hard to control chaos. You'd rather be destroyed on your own terms than wait for an ending. There's a soft rustling beside me. As Sylus takes my hand, he guides me towards the nebula. Slowly, carefully, he guides my fingers to trace the scenery before us. It's as if he's sketching an invisible future.
It's like a dragon.
Huh? Sylus raises his chin towards the sky.
Its shape is like a dragon. Have you heard of them before?
Your emblem in Chaosy is a dragon. They're mythical creatures, yes? The Empire's library has several novels with stories about them. In those tales, dragons devour cities, burn wastelands, consume people's souls. Sylus suddenly laughs as if he thought of something.
Most people endure the status quo while secretly hoping for a new established order to arrive. But that is built on the destruction of the old world. So people create dragons to overturn the current world for them. All the dreams they don't dare to realize are realized by it.
He tightens his grip on my hand, and his gaze reminds me of a dragon's eyes you'd read about. I'm unable to.
I know you want to kill me. I want to kill you too, for the future and established order you desire. Using any means necessary is fair.
You want to conquer the cosmic empire of the Killing Me, turn it into a livable chaos. The speculations I've harbored are voiced, yet I feel calmer than expected.
And you want to annex Chaosy to make it the cornerstone of your reign. See, I told you we were a perfect match.
As read that my thoughts about why he saved me were unnecessary. Similar to how I want to kill him, he wants to kill me, so he won't let me die at the hands of others. How long do we have until we're enemies?
It won't be long. When the time comes, I look forward to it overturning the cosmos itself. There are no dragons in this world, but we can become dragons.
The Crimson Night seems to have ended. Just in time for Sylus and me. We helped each other stand. Under our feet, our shadows sway and stretch in the defiant firelight they overlap. Even so, I can still clearly distinguish his shadow and my own from their outlines. Ten days pass. My visit to Chaosi has ended, so Sylus and I part ways at a war point. I return to the Empire, but his spaceship doesn't head back to his homeland. I know that Chaosi won't just watch from the sidelines and supply weapons in galactic wars now. Before the countdown to our enmity. Enmity? What? Begins, I occasionally communicate with Sylus after court is adjourned. I can't hang up on him. I tried. I can't hang up on him. Ah, shucks. The Empire's research department has been developing a batch of anti-corrosion equipment. Wouldn't it be perfect to send them to you for testing?
Using this equipment to collect Erythra stones is convenient. But this is enough. The team doesn't need to stay in Chaosi anymore.
As he speaks, a notification appears in the interface lower right corner. It's a request from the guard at the Imperial border regarding the reparation of the collection team personnel. The Empire's technology is second to none in the cosmos. I only want to support my fiancé's homeland.
Only the two of us are in this comms channel. You can stop pretending. Ordinary collection teams wouldn't be as well trained as these people. I'm not unaware of your plans that involve Erythra stones. Do it more covertly next time. Maybe then you'll actually fool me.
I glare at him and intercall. At least the informants I planned in Chaosi haven't been discovered. During this time, I frequently receive gifts from Sylus. Each a memento from a different planet he's visited. Tiles, snow white crystal, sand, barrels, thorn-covered flowers, Casey's wind. I repeatedly check to confirm that these things are just gifts, nothing more.
If I were to give you intel, I wouldn't use these baubles as cover. Is receiving gifts from your fiancé an unbelievable thing for you, Your Majesty?
It's not like we're in an actual romantic relationship. Of course I'd be surprised. Over the comms, Sylus gestures to flick my forehead.
You should start getting used to it from now on. Before we become enemies, our marriage alliance should continue for both our sakes.
Cute. What Sylus doesn't know is that his gifts are accompanied by countless reports of him during court.
Chaosi's former sovereign Rogray has been on the run for several days. Currently, Sylus is leading forces to annex every galaxy that sheltered and supported him. Your Majesty, Chaosi continues to expand. Considering their access to the Erythra stone weapons that Sylus possesses, the threat is immeasurable.
Your Majesty, there have been sightings of Zinlai and Rogray on the same planet. They're recruiting mercenaries. We've tracked them down. They established a military base in the Lorne Galaxy. I'm afraid Zinlai is preparing to attack the Empire.
Your Majesty, Sylus has become synonymous with destruction throughout the cosmos. You should annul your engagement with him.
Otherwise, the galaxies that support the Empire will feel a sense of betrayal.
Your Majesty.
Enough! Close my eyes and rub my temple. Zenlai and Sylus. Both of them are ticking time bombs. If Sylus chooses to invade the Empire while Zenlai stages his rebellion, instead of waiting, it's better to make the first move. I'll intercept Zenlai in advance. Rogue Ray can be used as a hostage to challenge Chaosy. Here are my orders. Gather the most elite soldiers from our military. We shall prepare a suppression campaign against Zenlai and Rogue Ray. No one is to catch wind of this.
Understood. But Zenlai's military base has anti-radar systems that block all detection methods. I'm afraid...
Don't worry, I have another way. It isn't until nightfall, when the garden's shadows slant into the Great Hall, that the strategic discussion about the campaign finally ends. Just as I'm about to leave, the strategist's voice rings out behind me again. It's like a persistent ghost pursuing me.
Your Majesty, please announce the annulment of your engagement with Sylus as soon as possible. Otherwise, the Empire's relationship with other galaxies will be difficult to maintain.
I know what I'm doing. Having spent a full day at court, my mind is coated with fatigue. After slowly washing up, I spread out Chaosy's topographical map on my desk. Enter. My secretary is probably bringing me the midnight snacks. I'm used to this routine and don't look up. I miss the rustling, soft hands gently rest on my shoulders and begin to slowly massage them.
It's very late, Your Majesty. You should rest.
Oh, okay. I see where this is going. State your purpose.
What are you talking about, Your Majesty?
Speak now or else you won't leave this room alive.
Your Majesty,
After sputtering meaningless syllables, he finally stammers out the sentence.
I heard you wanted to annul your engagement with Sylus. I consider myself no worse than him, so I decided to recommend myself.
How good is your massage skills? I could be persuaded. How good are you with your hands, huh? Huh? Snapping out of my confusion that was caused by his bewildering words, I brushed away his hand, covered the topographical map, and turned to him. In that case, enlighten me. What can you bring me by being my fiancé? Resources, connections? A good shoulder rub? I smiles and look at him from head to toe. You're not going to tell me it's your face, are you? Ray! Hi! Thank you for the croak. I'm not sure if I misheard, but there's a familiar chuckle outside the window. Why the fuck is he outside my window, though? How have you been, Ray? Also, Happy New Year. Why is Sylus? This is insane. There are guards everywhere.
It's just...
I just awoketh. He wants to say something, but the laughter outside suddenly stops. A thread, like red mist, drifts into the room. The rest of his words are stuck in his throat. The low gurgle is like a cry for help. However, the owner of that power doesn't give him a chance to open his mouth. I'm also outside the window. I have cheese. Hi, Daka. In the blink of an eye, the man's body, entangled in red mist, folds in an extremely disheveled manner and is thrown out of my room. I like cookies more. I'm lactose intolerant. I can't have cheese. In his place stands he folded him like a launcher. He folded the man like a launcher. Very rational decision. Sylus, you need to work on your people skills or your origami skills. Either way, you need work. In this place and someone whom I haven't seen for many days.
Despite the fact we've been apart for so long, your judgment and taste are still normal. That's something worth celebrating.
And you? I didn't think you'd throw caution to the wind. There are guards outside. Did you manage to not make too much of a... I have kabochis. It's lactose-free and actually tastes good. I press X to doubt. To bring what I want. The magnetic field around the outer edges of Chaosy can disable almost all systems. Rogue Ray's anti-radar interference isn't an exception. I decided to bring my chip that could stimulate the magnetic field's characteristics. He walks into my room, his gaze sweeping over the area where the nobleman had been several times. He fidgets with the ring on his finger. Following Sylus's gaze, I look at my bare ring finger. I took the ring off before I washed up.
Since when were you so careless, Your Majesty?
Oops.
If you're going to put on an act, you need to commit. That explains why a lowlife like him found an opportunity.
How are you so sure, Sylus? You're acting strange. He takes another step towards me. His fingers slide along the edge of the table. The ring I had temporarily placed there falls into his...
Do you want to call off our engagement?
I think he might be mad. The unexpected question catch me off guard. I didn't expect Sylus to care. Just as I'm about to tell him the truth, I changed my mind. Are you concerned? Pat, 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 pat. I reach out to lift Sylus's chin. Smells like spasm. I see. You're jealous. What can I do? You have a terrible reputation. This union doesn't benefit me whatsoever. Sylus's arm tightened around my lower back as he lifts me. Takes a step and pins me against the wall. Again, we need to work on people skills, Sylus. What kind of response is that? Pinned.
Then let's take this chance to restate our terms again. No matter how voracious your appetite is, no matter how grand your ambitions are, I'm the only one who can satisfy you in the cosmos.
You're acting strange. His kiss interrupts me. His familiar step traps me between the ball and his embrace. Before I can even wipe away my teasing smile, he bites my lower lip. Sharp like a punishment. The tingling sensation reaches deep into my throat. The kiss is as fierce as a falling planet, scorching and burning hot. There we go. It seemingly melts away the distance created by those days without his touch. It incinerates my accumulated frustration and restlessness.
Tell me you have no intention of calling off the engagement.
Oh, he's so mad about it. He's like, no, we're just doing this for show. We're definitely only doing this for show. But don't you dare. He's so mad. Oh, he's so mad. You care about this. That's childish. Unable to find a few seconds to breathe, I tilt my head back and let his trail of gentle kisses fall to my neck. He continues to go down. He catches my fingers as I run them through his hair. They're enveloped in warmth and moisture. He slips the ring onto my ring finger once again. Now carries the warmth of his mouth. He pushes it to the base of my finger.
You can say my behavior has been unusual. When we were apart, I missed you. Every single day.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh! A man who yearns is a man who earns. Oh no! Reach something now. My body feels weightless as Sylus carries me to the soft bed. We fall together, our legs and arms intertwined. Close enough. I'll take the initiative to close the distance between us this time. Smooch. I know. I feel the same way. I caress his chest. His rhythmic heartbeat tickles my palm like a feather. A rhythmless beat pounds against my ears. Sylus's embrace seemingly melts me into him and slowly consumes everything that I am bit by bit. Ray! How's it going? Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Don't mind this. It's been very normal till now. Soon the last traces of rationality is burned. The world around us fades, and what remains of our senses. There's only each other's breath, touch, warmth, and scent. Mirrored in silken bedsheets, our consciousnesses drift among the cosmos. Underneath the star's radiance, our bodies are intertwined. I don't think about anything. I don't worry about anything. I only know that tonight, Sylus is acting slightly unusual. He's somewhat to my liking. He has decided he suddenly cares. It's so cute. It's so good. Oh, that's wonderful. Perfect. After a night of deep sleep, the sky curtain is working it. It stimulates beautiful, tranquil morning light. Shh. Holy shit, you're pale! See, I knew he was white, right? He's cannonly very pale, but usually I only see it in like dark lighting. Bitch just fucking a sheet of paper. He is so pale. Man is a jug of milk. Ringed fingers are intertwined. Empire's diamond and Chaosi's arrowstone glimmer brilliantly on. We go up to this phase. Now I understand why monarchs would skip out on attending court. Unable to resist, take a few more admiring glances. I only move when I'm completely satisfied. Sorry. I slowly free myself from his embrace. The guards outside will change soon. Should leave while they do that.
You're kicking me out as soon as you wake up?
Smiling, he gets up and gives me a chip while putting on his uniform. Just as I'm about to take it, his hand moves to the side.
If you want me to help you, you should at least tell me why.
Ever since I returned from Chaosi, I've been thinking that the Empire's defense system needs an upgrade. The magnetic field around Chaosi are natural forms of defense that worth studying. I lie with a straight face, sit up straight and pull the chip from Sylus's fingers.
In that case, I should ask you for payment.
He takes his belt from the chair and loops it around me. A slight pull bringing me to his side.
You need to leave with me when I see you next time.
We're going somewhere.
Answer my question first.
What if our relationship is different next time we... Sylus never agreed to spare the Empire from conflict, and I never said I wouldn't take action against Chaosi. Not to mention, I'm currently planning a campaign. Sylus was included in my calculations.
Let's make another deal, then. Should that happen, our relationship will return to what it was when we first met.
Outside, the sound of footsteps from two groups of guards meeting as they exchange shifts for silence.
So what's your answer?
I agree. I'm afraid he and I will officially be standing on opposite sides next time we meet. After parting ways with Sylus, I busy myself with the campaign's deployment and strategic discussions. 5 days pass in the blink of an eye. Day of the campaign. Secret rally on the mothership. Before setting out, I gave a speech to those participating in this battle. You shall take part in a war that could overturn the cosmic order. You will become the authors of history. Like the mighty dragons from those legendary epics, you shall be the architects of a new order. After today, the cosmic empire will continue to prosper. Passing through the warp point and arriving at Lorne, the scene before my eyes was beyond my expectations. Dangerous red lights from the approaching fleet flashes. Every one of Zalin's private soldiers has guns and blades embedded, with arrowstones on their waist. Even if he was allied with the former sovereign of Chaosi, it'd be impossible for him to obtain a weapons supply for this scale. Only one person could provide these arrowstone weapons. Sylus. The forces participating in this encirclement are only a quarter of the Imperial army. Faced with arrowstone weapons, victory is almost impossible for us. When did you learn of my plan and decided to turn the tables over? Really are just like me. We're always merciless towards each other. When it comes to this, I know that if I were in Sylus's position, I would have made the same decision, yet. Anger still surges through my heart. I curse his name again and again. When you learned of my plan, did you feel the same way? Practically slammed the comms button on the mothership console. All spaceships can now hear my voice. Units, stay calm. You are to follow my orders. Get into defensive formation. Retreating is our
Your Majesty,
priority.
Chaosi's sovereign is targeting you. You cannot fall into his hands. Please, come with me. I'll escort you back to the Empire.
A massive explosion echoes from the upper levels of the mothership. The hull violently shakes. Another laser pierces through the mothership. It's brutally torn in half. I grab the general and lunge, but narrowly escape disaster. Listen to me. Call for reinforcements.
What about you, Your Majesty?
Stay here. I will never let myself fall into Sylus's hands. However, I want to stay here. I'll be a witness to Sylus walking towards the future he desires. I can still hold on. That's a good fucking shot. Oh my god. That's good.
Are you waiting for reinforcements or the chance to give up?
Breathing. You're infiltrating the enemy mothership? You're too arrogant.
You owe me a life. Don't forget to repay me.
Shake him off. Don't let go of me. Don't you think you can take advantage of the situation?
Are you afraid you'll be unable to pay me back? Now it's our turn to level the playing field.
Very cool! He's running with her and carrying her with one hand. This man is ripped. Insane behavior. Throw the wife. It's just deep. It's just love language. Throw the fiance. It's brick bread time. Yeet! I choose you, wife, go! Show off. Where did MC go? Wow, he stopped throwing us for like 5 seconds. I appreciate the wipe. Sure, he could have just bitch slapped that away. But that wouldn't be as awesome. Turn around. Those are your people.
I'm here to rescue you, Your Majesty.
Okay, you cocky asshole.
I wonder if the Empress still wants my belated assistance.
Space! Yeah, we're in space. I want it! But I doubt you'll give it to me unconditionally.
If you agree to stand by my side, my loyalty, my power, and everything else that's mine, it will all be yours.
Very sus. That's a good kiss. I like that. The coordinates Sylus entered the spaceship are for the third planet in our solar system, covered in yellow sand and drifts in the cosmos. Through the porthole, my destroyed mothership gradually distant, along with the war, where the tide of battle has turned. All of it fades away. Zenlin's army is annihilated by Sylus. Rogray has long since been captured. The victory is obvious.
I checked. Not a single person from your army died in Lorne. Do you feel relieved?
A blade spins out between my fingers, and I pointed at Sylus. Explain yourself, Mr. Fiance! Sylus smiles and takes a step back. Taps a holographic display behind him. Pausing recording immediately.
Zinlai is Rogue's biggest supporter. Killing him was one of my objectives as well.
The former sovereign of Chaosi. He's no longer important. You can take him away. I can tell you everything. The galaxies he allied with, his hideouts. In exchange, I want to know the movements of the Cosmic Empire's current Empress. I want the Empire's throne and the head of the woman currently sitting on it. There's no conflict of interest between us. We can be friends. My army needs Erythra Stone weapons. With your assistance, defeating the Empire will be effortless.
Unease rises deep within me. I turn off the recording. Use my plan to make a deal with Sylus, I could have sworn I told you to let me know where you're going when you're going to use me as bait. What stones? Oh, they're just really powerful shit that makes stuff really strong. Energy crystals.
Pretend you're
basically.
me for a few seconds. Would telling you about my plans allow you to profit from the conflict?
I'm momentarily at a loss for words. The answer would most likely be no, but I keep that to myself. When did you find out?
I knew from the beginning.
He smiles, holds up 2 fingers, and waves them in front of my face.
I've been watching you. It's like how you planted informants in Chaosy.
I was saying that because I thought I heard urethra. No. I can't say it very well. It's a hard word, okay? The spaceship glides past brilliant star clusters and destroyed asteroids. It gradually approaches a sandy yellow planet. The planet is called Earth. It is said to be the birthplace of all dragon-related legends. It takes my hand and leads me towards the deck. We step onto the boundless yellow sands as if we've landed on the softest page of a legendary tale.
Humans left this planet behind for hundreds of years. It was alone in this corner of the cosmos. Until we arrived. Maybe we'll become legends on this planet tomorrow. Like dragons.
The Empire won't fall because of one defeat, but Chaosi's power continues to grow stronger with each passing day. A delicate balance was achieved between the Empire and Chaosi. The Empress and that sovereign maintained a relationship between 2 galaxies, their political marriage alliance. When their interests align, their partners with perfect rapport. When their interests conflict, they become ruthless enemies who will show each other no mercy. The entire cosmos holds its breath and waits for another clash between the Cosmic Empire and Chaosi. When that time comes, the universal order will shift. It is said that this is what the Empress of the Cosmic Empire and Sylus Chaosi Sovereign hope will happen. 418 years later, they welcomed such a future, but that is a story for another time. We were what? We lived to be 418? Insane. That's insane. Good enough. Very cool.